If you're a fitness influencer with over 100,000 real followers and actual quality engagement, and I mean quality engagement, not just some random fake bot accounts, then I'm going to show you how to turn those eyeballs into raised hands and actual money. My name is Sami Meibar, and over the past 4 years, I've worked with people like Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Maxwell Finn, Ashton Hall, and I've worked with a lot of fitness coaches because of Ashton Hall, because people saw the results I was getting for him, and I helped them build their brand. Now, just to be clear, I'm not someone who helps you grow your fan base. My goal is to help you make sales from your existing fan base. And I'm going to jump into some real data, share my screen, and show you exactly how I was able to do so. All right, first up, we have Brennis Mobley, Black Ninja Turtle. Now, he has a really cool account and also a very cool transformation story himself of how he went from overweight to in shape. So obviously, you need to be able to deliver good results. So he came to us because he was tired of having to, set his own appointments and also jump on sales calls that took up a lot of his day. Sometimes people would no-show. So it can get pretty exhausting when you're trying to coach and sell at the same time. You should be focusing on creating content, not at becoming the sales machine, which is where we come in. So we came in and we took over appointment setting and closing for him, basically outsourced selling. So if you look at here, his call book channel, if you scroll up, it's all calls booked that we just spent time on booking. And it's just like scroll up as far as the eye can see. So our setters would go ahead and do that. And then we have the ring the bell channel, which is the payments that came in. And if you go up, scroll through it, ring the bell. A lot of people just reaching out and we were just closing the deals for him. Now, when you take a look at it and see the math behind the scenes, I'll go ahead and show you the numbers. Well, for this account that, they weren't making a ton of money out of this. In the 2.5 months that we worked together, if you look at the numbers here, these are the sales that were sold. And then the amount contracted, total cash collected was 47,381. And then total contracted was 53,120. In 2.5 months, I think that's really good for an account that's still a bit smaller. We've done a lot bigger numbers with bigger accounts, but I just wanted to start off slow and show you the smaller ones. Cool. Now let's go on to a bit of a bigger account. And I can show you some of the smallest accounts we've worked with, some of the biggest accounts we worked with. This one is kind of like in the middle of the size of an account we've worked with. We've worked with accounts which are even like 4 or 5 million and above. But here's a cool account where had never done a coaching program before, but he's built a very cool lifestyle brand. And obviously the guy is in insane shape. Like if you look, kind of like amazing shape to be in, like kind of want to pause this video and go work out. But anyway, so when we look at him, brand new to coaching, we started working with him just a month ago. I think actually a month and 10 days ago. And if we look at the account here, we had started off in September. Today is October 27th. And we started in September. Same thing with him. If we go to his channel, if we go to the calls booked channel, calls book channel, just booking calls back to back, and then ring the bell channel back to back sales. But when we look at the math in a month and 10 days, ignore these inflated numbers here. I need to add all my closers because they're doing a terrible job tracking this. But the one thing that is accurate, because I check one by one the sales that came in, is these numbers here. So the first month we did 21K collected and 21K contracted, which is amazing. Like you want 100% collection rate, but also it is impossible to do that over time because there's going to be people who need some payment plans. Month 2, October, we still have 3 more days. Hopefully we can get some more sales through the door. We probably will. It's 43,175 contracted and 64,100 collected. So we contracted within the month and 10 days 85K so far, and we've collected 64,175. Obviously, I'd like this number to be a little bit higher, but honestly, I'm pretty happy with this so far. And this is just the start. Like we can scale this account much bigger. The biggest fitness account I've personally scaled to is around $380,000 a month for fitness. For other industries, I've scaled in businesses up to $1.3 million a month. But right now we're just talking about fitness. If you're watching this and you're probably wondering, hey, I'd like this, but I want to make sure you guys are legit. Here's what I'm suggesting. Go ahead and click down below, but only make sure you're clicking down below and book and call if you truly have a quality account. Something over 100,000 followers at the very minimum with quality actual accounts following you. What we'll do is we'll jump on, take a look at your account, dive in. We'll actually go ahead and audit it then and there to make sure it's actually legit. And then from there, if it makes sense, we'll do a 2-week trial run together. The 2-week trial run is for a good purpose because we want to make sure that it's a good fit to work with each other. You want to see what we can do within those 2 weeks, how many sales we're able to generate. But we also want to make sure, deep dive in, that the account actually looks good. Can't tell you how many times I've jumped on an account that had 1 million+ followers and it seemed good and I got really excited. But when we dived in, the engagement was terrible and the followers were just garbage. That's honestly why we do the trial run, because we want to make sure it's a good fit to work together. So click down below, jump on the call. If it doesn't work out, no harm, no foul. We part friends and we just keep working with the people that actually make sense to work with. So click down below, schedule a call, and I'll see you there myself.